What is up? It's been a while. I've taken a break from trading because we had Christmas and New Year's. So really just December, I was not interested in trading, but now I'm back full force into the markets. Really excited. And first trade back was a great trade. Um, so on the higher time frame, I was overall bearish, but since the time frame was so high, I could go either way. I just wanted to see what the draws on liquidity were. So we were within this market opened, and then we came up within this fair value gap up here on the daily time frame and on the 4-hour time frame here. And so I wanted to see this as our higher time frame POI to catch a trade off of, or vice versa. I'd want us to come down into this lower fair value gap to find a trade off that. So I was good either way. So if we narrow it down, I marked out premium of the fair value gap along with the consequent encroachment. And as you can see, price traded up perfectly into premium and respecting this fair value gap, near perfect, like completely perfect actually. So this is where at this point I was looking for shorts, and this was actually later in the day. I was actually in class when I took this trade. Normally I would not trade past the New York Open macro, but I had a lot of confidence in this because I saw a strong draw on liquidity. But the good trade this morning that I saw but I didn't take would have been this. We had our accumulation in this red range here that I marked out, but then we had this fair value gap right here after our manipulation leg down, sweeping out sell side liquidity right here. Sell side liquidity swept there, and this would have been a great trade to take. The only reason I didn't take this is because we were already within this huge fair value gap. We were already kind of within the lower end of it, so I didn't really know if we were going to go up into premium. But when I saw price rejecting or respecting this fair value gap up here for a long time, like this was very good, I knew later in the day I wanted to see a reversal. And so when I was in class, well, I marked out this market structure shift to where once price dropped closed below this previous swing low, this previous down close candle, I knew we had a market structure shift. And then from there, I'd be interested in maybe targeting sell side liquidity. In this case, we had equal lows down here, so I had a lot of confidence in that, and we had a higher time frame fair value gap on the 4-hour. I believe we had this fair value gap down here, so I really wanted to see price retrace down here, so I just needed to find an entry. And so on the 5-minute, I wanted to see this fair value gap right here get inversed before I looked for an entry. And we broke structure, inversing this fair value gap, inverse this fair value gap, and broke structure with another bearish fair value gap. That's what this little box is here. And so right here, I was waiting for the retracement to get in. Price retraced up into this fair value gap right on this up close green candle. I go on the 1-minute now. Yeah. So price closed below this inverse fair value gap, retested this bearish fair value gap, and this is where I entered. And as you can see, my take profit got hit perfectly. At first, I had it down at these equal lows, but from experience, I've been stopped out quite a bit on not stopped out. My take profit would be missed slightly if I had it directly at the lows or highs, and so I kind of edged it a little bit, and I had it back here just a little bit, so it was close but not quite. And then and then as you can see, this bearish fair value gap held very nicely before sending price lower. So this was, in my eyes, a pretty good trade. Clear draw on liquidity and just a high probability setup. So I ended up bagging 300 on this one to the evaluation. Let's go to today. Oh wait, I can't go today, but today's trade right here. As you can see, the date at 10:48 my time. So pretty late trade. But that brings us back to 51.5 for the evaluation. So we're halfway to passing the account. We were a lot closer, but then we took some stupid trades. I could pull up the, so wait for the dashboard to open. Okay, so here was today's winning trade. So here's our all-time. As you can see, we were consistently winning up until we took these three losing trades. They were not good entries. I started to get overly confident, but hopefully we can turn things around here. So yeah, tomorrow we have red folder news all this week, so I'm pretty excited for some volatility. It is NFP week, so I mean, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what that means. There's some things I don't really understand very well, but I've just heard to be cautious. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow we get a good trade setup. But higher time frame, I'm still, I want to see a overall bearish next day or two. I want to see us correct and kind of come down into this imbalance here, possibly tapping the new week opening gap of this week. The last couple new week opening gaps were actually really interesting. Price tapped both of them perfectly. There was one where price closed in the new week opening gap right here at this wick, and then the week before that, the price tapped the new week opening gap perfectly too. So it's pretty cool to see that kind of stuff happen. But tomorrow I'll be looking for possibly an SMT to send price lower. Hope if this fair value gap holds. If this fair value gap does not hold, then I would expect us to probably come take these highs up here. But I want to see a correction. But it is a pretty clear market maker buy model overall. So we'd like to see a retracement. But yeah, that is the conclusion of today. And we'll see what the market gives us tomorrow.